your margins could be drastically dropping. So, keeping an eye on the not only the top line, but the bottom line as well. All right. Another key area, and that area is around AI. Artificial intelligence is playing, a growing role just in the overall process with franchises. So what is AI? And a lot of people that, just are just getting on and learning about it. They're hearing things like Google Gemini and Chat GPT, which are great. You can ask it questions. It can create things for you. But, these franchise companies are in many cases spending millions of dollars reinvesting back into the business to make the franchisee, as efficient as possible. So key areas here are in marketing. A lot of franchise companies are offering turnkey marketing, but with the added benefit of AI, that AI can analyze real time and make adjustments. So what do I mean by that? Well, it can look at, if you're a national franchise, where the leads are coming from, what state is light, where you're getting a lot more leads from, what are the conversions, who's showing up for the calls. And, in the past, we always had that data and it's like, all right, what do we do with that data? The AI is actually going in and making the adjustment. So if a certain ad isn't running, it may shut it down and double down the spend on an ad that is converting. It's going to look at things like that. It's really going to spend time to say, okay, what is the average cost per lead? And we need to keep that. It's at $10. We need to keep it at 5. So that's part of the process, part of the learning, part of what you're teaching, the AI. So keeping track of that, because that may be different from one brand to the next. So those are kind of some key areas that, that they look into. AI is also taking the place of staff. A lot of, sometimes one of the biggest expenses is payroll, and AI is able to, in many brands that we spoke with, especially in health and beauty, removing the need for someone at the front desk where an app is involved, where, people can book their own appointments, reschedule, ask questions, actually talk with the AI. What is your average cost? How long is the appointments? What other services do you have? So the AI is really taking an active role, not just with scheduling, booking calls and things like that, but just automating the process, answering questions for you before those calls go directly to maybe the franchisor's home office, utilizing training videos. So that if someone is stuck on a site and maybe it's it's a roofing franchise and something is not working as expected, taking pictures, the AI can, provide you, just say maybe it's after hours, you're doing work 7, 8 o'clock at night. The AI can send you back a few videos. And not only does that save the call to the franchisor, but also to the franchisee running it, keeping the staff to a minimum. So if when a technician is out there providing whatever that service is, they're able to troubleshoot, they're able to retrain live at any point in time, ask questions, figure out the areas that need the most improvement. So training support, that's been handled a lot by the AI. And the AI also tracks. So if there are a lot of inquiries about a certain topic, it can adjust. That information goes back real time to the franchisor. So maybe they have to provide additional training on this one key area because this question or this issue keeps coming up over and over again. So it's making the process more efficient. It's simplifying things. It's taking the need and maybe reducing someone at the front desk. We see this in salon suites. We've seen this in health and beauty brands, the tanning space, the hair removal space, where, you essentially check yourself in. You can go in, you can pay your invoice, you can, you can just schedule and, it makes suggestions where you come in every 4 weeks. So these are the next 3 appointments if you want to book it there. So it's always learning based off your inputs when you're coming in and things like that. We've even seen it to the point where AI is able to track in the pet grooming space. They can actually track you, a facial recognition. It can track your dog that you're bringing in for grooming, and it knows what services were received last, what recommendations are there, and even, who that groomer was that maybe was able to get the job done a little bit quicker than the next. Maybe they got a higher rating for your specific pet, whatever the case may be. It's piecing that all together. And, my last point on AI is it's not perfect. It doesn't take the place of the owner, but it's really what it's doing is it's making the business more efficient. I use personally AI to book my initial call. Someone had made a comment where they got the call and and they can tell it was AI. And it's absolutely, we utilize technology. Obviously, we want to keep our costs in line. We offer a free service to the people looking at franchises, but we want to keep our costs as low as possible. We want to be efficient, and we want to make sure to automate and give you the information you need so that you can make the best decision. So a lot of stuff there. As I mentioned, support, training. My gosh, the list goes on, but I was just shocked to hear the numbers that have been reinvested, just even into their CRM systems, where the CRM system knows, can track where the lead flow is, make recommendations, and give it even full power just to make the changes, maybe to kill Google ads because it isn't working and double down on Meta. I mean, it's amazing, or vice versa. It's amazing the adjustments and what it can do. And this is an evolving thing. It's just getting better with time. It's learning based off your inputs. So your inputs are equally as important. So keep that in mind. If you're just kind of entry level using a chat GPT or Gemini, make sure to set the stage and give provide as much input and accurate input as possible.